indication of the occupation's strength in each zone. As you can see, Miagani Island is heavily occupied, with a substantial drone ground force controlling the roads. Founders Island is the militia stronghold, protected by long-range radars and a missile launcher. I'd recommend keeping the Batmobile away from there for the time being. The remaining drone forces on Bleak Island have been redeployed to protect the clock tower, so expect significant resistance.
Thanks, Alfred. I'm heading there now.
Sergeant!
Yes, sir?
The extraction squad's down. Take control of the clock tower drones. He's coming.
Switching to manual control. I'll stop him, sir.
Simultaneous strike capabilities. Think faster.
Batman took out a drone.
Make him pay.
You won't beat me next time.
There are militia troops all over the clock tower, Jim. You'll be safe in the Batmobile. I'll let you know when the area is secure.
I'm not just sitting here while you go after those bastards.
Yes, you are, Jim. Barbara wouldn't want you to get yourself killed. I'll be in touch the minute I'm done.
The second.
Clock tower unit, Batman knows we have his ally and he's coming for you. Hold him off. You can do this, man. I'm gonna tell you how. We just took out our armor. Oh, God. What was that? What happened to the wall? What could have made a hole like that? Nothing we can do for him. We spread out. Get revenge. Nothing I can do now, I guess. You think you can take out mine like some common crooks thugs? I know your tactics, Batman. So let's see how you cope when you're free. Wait this way! How to adapt. Cheap shot! I'll give you that one for free. Hair up! Watch your back! You were supposed to be Batman. You weren't worthy of the training I passed on to you. If you were, he'd be no match for you. Someone on the front side now! He's over there! Come on!
Jim, the area is secure. Meet me in the clock tower.
I'm impressed. Your tricks don't stay new for long, Batman.
Colleen? Is that you again?
Candygram! Oh, don't pass out just yet. Come on. Show a little spine. Just wait till your father gets home. He's going to be furious about all this mess. Nothing like a trip down old memory lane, eh, Bats? And now a front row seat to the main event. You would have thought old Jim Gordon had been through enough. First, some handsome young maniac cripples his daughter. Now he's blaming himself for her being taken. You really should tell him this is your fault, Bats. I'm sure he'll understand. I mean, it's not like you went out and got his daughter killed. Well, not yet anyway. The night's still young.
Jim's on his way up. I can't do that now.
Oh, God, no.
This isn't your fault, Jim.
Of course it is. Crane's done this to get to me. I should have been here.
There's something I need to show you.
We haven't got time. She's not like us.
Identity confirmed.
She's strong, Jim. Stronger than you realize.
She works for you? This is all your fault.
I will find her.
She's my family! My daughter! She's all I've got! I never should have trusted you. Never! I'll do this on my own. Stay away from my family.
I think that went quite well. Considering. Of course, I wouldn't have told him, but that's why it's so liberating being me. You've got a lot to look forward to, Bats.
I need to find out what happened to Barbara. They covered their tracks by disabling the clock tower security cameras. If I hack the municipal CCTV system, I should be able to monitor all access points to the building. No, that won't work. I need to find out how Barbara was taken. That's the Arkham Knight. He's got Barbara. I need to confirm which car he took her in. There. That's the vehicle they took Barbara away in. Those tires are Amertec D60s. I can program the Batmobile to track their unique tread pattern. It'll lead me right to them.
Now that I think about it, how did Scarecrow know to go after your IT department? I mean, I had no idea she worked for you when I shot her. I just got lucky. Seriously, I was aiming for her head. Oh, if I'd only had a video camera when I...
The tire tracks will lead me to Barbara. I can use the Batmobile forensics scanner to follow them.
Alfred, I want the Arkham Knight's name.
As do I, Master Bruce. He has presumably chosen that title for a reason. Where do you suggest we start?
Arkham City. Go through the files of every inmate who was released following the death of Hugo Strange. And Alfred.
Sir?
They knew about Barbara. Activate the Batcave security protocols. Don't drop your guard.
I got Oracle, Batman. Now you care who I am. Just gotta find me. But Gotham's a big place, and there's a whole army between us. I'm ready for you.
Alfred, the militia have deployed a device. It's burrowed deep into the road.
Yes, I see it. Similar devices are being planted across the city.
I'll investigate.
I need to investigate that device. It could be dangerous.
It's a bomb, Alfred. A well-armored one.
Oh dear. In that case, sir, should you really be standing quite so close?
I'm going to set up a remote link to the Batcomputer and hit it with every virus we've got. Once we're hacked in, I can expose the core and defuse it with a controlled explosion.
Very good, sir. Though I should warn you that the militia has already deployed a platoon of its unmanned tanks to stop you.
They won't.
Sir, the virus upload has destabilized the device. If you move too far away and lose the connection, it will flatten everything within a 10-block radius.
As you predicted, sir, he's trying to defuse the device. The drones you requested have been deployed.
We need those bombs in place, Sergeant. They're our deterrent.
I know, sir. I'll stop him dead.
I need help here. Anyone?
Direct hit! Yeah! Rattler offline! Drone's been hit. Confirm multiple hits. Over.
These machines are relentless. Unlike you, they don't give up. They don't hesitate, they don't hold back, and they are not afraid of you, Batman.
Cauldron unit destroyed.
The bomb's payload is exposed. I can use the power winch to trigger a controlled explosion.
You think that's it, Dark Knight? I've got this whole city wired to blow. Try and disarm the explosives, and you'll face even more of my drones. You see, I've waited years. No one is taking this from me. Look at a charred crater if they try.
Sir, that warning was broadcast publicly. I suspect the Arkham Knight wishes to discourage outside intervention.
Alfred, the Arkham Knight's trail leads into Miagani Island. Lower the Mercy Bridge.
I can't, sir. We're locked out.
The militia must have hardwired into the transport control system. Find me their access point.
Right. Tracing the network traffic, it seems to have all been rerouted to Grand Avenue Station.
Then that's where they'll be. I'll proceed on foot and take over their access point. I'll contact you when you're able to lower the bridge.
Be careful, sir. Miagani Island is rife with militia drones and troops.
Listen up, man. We control the bridges, but Batman can and will adapt. Stay alert. Watch the skies.
What will young Barbara reveal about your fears, I wonder? What secret can I coax from her terror-stricken mind?
The station's crawling with the Arkham Knight's militia. I need to clear them out and find the access point they're using to hack into the transport network.
For the shock. Good. We're gonna need it. You think he's coming? Oh, I know he is. Arkham Knight just kidnapped his friend. We got the drone. He's not catching us off guard.
Better not. If Batman accesses that terminal, I don't know what Scarecrow and the Arkham Knight will do to us. So what happened? The chemical factory blew up, but I don't see any giant clouds of fear gas. Batman happened. He went in there, tore through 3 units of our guys, nearly captured Scarecrow, and stopped the explosion. Damn. So he's as good as the Arkham Knight says. Yeah, he is.
You know, this is the smoothest occupation I've ever been on. And I saw action in Kondak, Kurak, Umek, everywhere.
Yep, the Arkham Knight knows what he's doing.
Know who he's fighting one night.
I've got a signal track in the charge area. Drone's engaging. Someone's here.
Smoke! He's used some kind of grenade! He's messing with us! Let's see if he's okay. Where is he? Near the gardens. I've got your back. Nothing we can do here. Spread out and find him.
Hiding in the floor won't help. He's under the crates.
Deploying thermobaric charge. 3, 2, 1. Burn, Batman! Give me a status report, guys!
The gardens are clear.
By the ticket office. Clear. Clear over here. Good work. Work together. Don't let the bastard get us. I'll check the crate. What the? What was that noise? It came from over there. Oh, you chicken? Yeah, you're chicken.
He's taken one man.
I'll check the grate.
Don't forget to check the floor crates.
Where is he? Guy's like a ghost.
Yeah, freaking angry ghost. The Knight just kidnapped his friend.
Check the crate.
It's too quiet. Report! I'm okay.
Yeah, me too.
Who is that? Get over here. I found someone. He's injured.
Where are you?
Over here. Ouch. That looks like it hurt. Batman's making us look like it. You went this way.
There's just one left, Batman. Stop playing around and finish him. We got plenty more.
He's gone. He's using smoke.
Glad you're putting up a fight, Batman. I expected nothing less.
With the Arkham Knight's men taken care of, I can use their uplink terminal to lower the bridges.
Isn't that Barbara's job? Oh, right. In all the excitement, I almost forgot. You don't really believe old Jimbo's gonna forgive you if you save her. He holds a grudge, Bats. I should know.
Alfred, I've re-enabled the bridge controls.
Marvelous. I'm rebooting the network now.
Forget Scarecrow. It's time to face your one true nemesis, Batman.
Oh dear. Is that who I think it is?
Enigma. Contact me when you're ready with the bridge.
Riddle me this. Why would a Batman visit an abandoned orphanage?
Eddie, sweetie, you confused me with Robin. The big guy and I aren't all that close.
Oh, I know. It's because of what will happen to his feline friend if he doesn't get here in time. Shocked, Dark Knight? Stunned? You didn't expect this, did you? That is because you are no match for me, Edward Nygma, the Riddler, and your intellectual superior. Did you think I would just forget our last meeting, Dark Knight? You humiliate me! I know you will not beat me this time. It is utterly impossible. You cannot do it. I have won already! I will mock your attempts to solve my conundrums. I will stand triumphant over your bloody corpse. And as the dim light fades for good in your tiny dullard's mind, your final thought will be how I have bested you. Come to the orphanage, detective, or she dies.
What I hear, Scarecrow nearly turned the whole Ace Chem factory into a bomb. All right, riddle me this, fellas. What do you call the guy who takes down the Bat? I don't know. The hero, that's what.
Riddler has Catwoman. Tell me why.
I don't know anything. I swear. I just tied her up and I left her inside.
Why? What's Nygma's play?
I ain't got a clue. I just brought her here and planted some of these trophies nearby. That's it. You gotta believe me.
I do.
They said there was an army out there.
Batman? That had better be you. And you had better be sorry.
Keep still. Are you okay?
Perfect. What little girl doesn't dream of being bait for her strapping Dark Knight?
We're leaving.
You might be, but I'm not.
Ah, both contestants are finally here. Tonight, folks, we've got riddles galore. But first, let me introduce my beautiful assistants. I'm growing tired of my dependence upon the least useless dregs I can scrape from Gotham's utterly uninspired underbelly. Why rely on others for help when you can design, program, engineer, and manufacture it yourself?
Here you go.
What a pair you made. Together, you're just competent enough to survive. Enjoy it while it lasts, Dark Knight. I have more in store for you than hitting things.
This one's for you, Eddie.
No doubt you enjoyed that, Detective. It's the most fun you'll have all night. You see, Dark Knight, this feisty, felonious feline has been fitted with a shiny new collar. With each challenge you complete, you'll get one little key. Collect every key and the kitty goes free. Remove it too soon and the kitty goes boom! Well, don't just stand there, Dark Knight. Take that rocket-fueled roadster of yours and make your way to the Cauldron Train Yard. My first test is waiting.
I'll be back soon.
You'll be back right away. Guys like Eddie let me be until I started playing. Don't keep me waiting.
Sir, I've regained control of the bridges.
Good work. I'll contact you when I'm in position at Mercy Bridge.
Incompetent friend who got herself kidnapped, or the incompetent friend who got herself kidnapped. Personally, I don't see Eddie's latest contrived death gauntlet. I'm sure he went to a lot of trouble.
A challenge in the Cauldron Train Yard. Fine, Nigma. I'll play your games, and I'll win. Selina's life depends on it.
Detective, you arrived! I thought Catwoman's little predicament might encourage your participation. I realized, you see, that the kind of image-obsessed narcissist who places bat symbols on his hubcaps would never willingly submit himself to the kind of humiliation I have in store. Yet, here you are, Detective. The humiliation is waiting below. Well then, Detective, it begins. You are staring, with stupefied incomprehension, at a mechanism I have calibrated to respond to an extremely precise radar pulse. In a moment, I will give you the decrypted code, Dark Knight. Oh, but first, I think we should run through the ground rules for tonight's festivities. Rule the first. You will address me at all times as Riddler, the Riddler. What? How did you solve tonight's very first riddle? Well done. Well done. Welcome to my racetrack, Detective. You must complete 3 circuits of this gauntlet, finishing each before the time limit expires. Come now, Detective. Let's put that grotesque ego-mobile to the test. Be ready, Dark Knight. There's more to this test than just going vroom, vroom, really fast. Tick-tock, Detective, tick-tock. Can that ramshackle motor handle this? Faltering synapses keep up with my automatically adjusting course?
I'm disabling the Afterburner's failsafe. I need the extra speed.
I'm shocked, Dark Knight. Is that really as fast as it goes? Let's work that undeveloped brain of yours. Once more onto the track, Dark Knight. Once more! Now pay attention, Detective. Go left. Oh, Detective, what's that I hear? Is it Time's winged chariot hurrying near? You're close, Detective. Don't fumble now. Don't fumble now. Hurry up, Detective. You stand marginally more of a chance of succeeding if you actually begin. Relax, Dark Knight. The ordeal is over. Such a pity the laws of physics prohibit me from testing my non-Euclidean design. Now then, Detective, hop on the pressure pad beside me. Listen carefully, Dark Knight. Your friend's life depends on it. Back in the orphanage, a series of glass cabinets have appeared in front of Catwoman. Isn't that right, my dear?
I see them, Eddie.
Good. One of those cabinets, my dear, has your first key inside. The others, they contain less useful keys. Keys that will unlock the admittedly slight contents of your skull all over the orphanage walls. Your job, detective, is simple. Figure out which cabinet Catwoman must open. And don't get it wrong.
So most of them will kill me. Okay, Batman. Let's see if you're as smart as they say. One down.
Well done to the pair of you. That's the first key collected. Don't expect to be sinking your claws into too many more. Too many more. Did you really believe that a challenge designed by me, the Riddler, would be quite so easy? Oh, Dark Knight, you sweet, naive sentinel, of course it wouldn't. But now I have several hundred terabytes of performance data relating to the latest model of rocket-powered hearse you're driving. With that in mind, I have prepared for you something a little less knuckle-whitening and rather more brow-furrowing in Chinatown. Hurry on over, detective, or it won't be curiosity that kills the cat.
Whatever Riddler's built beneath Chinatown, it's not going to stop me.
You know, Hugo Strange used to lecture us like Scarecrow, but he sent food packages too, you know? Get away from me! I don't think I've ever killed a firefighter before. Really? That surprises me. Yeah, I've whacked cops, paramedics, coast guards, traffic wardens, pest control.
Well, Dark Knight, eager for more? It's humbling, isn't it? The opportunity to even glimpse my greatness, the dawning realization of just how insignificant, how unworthy of note you really are? These trials are my masterpieces, detective. When I have defeated you, they will become monuments to my genius, testaments to your stupidity. Crowds of school children will pack themselves in this elevator, eager to see for themselves the place where the Dark Knight was defeated. They won't understand a thing, of course, but they'll come.
they come.
Simple that even you should manage a feeble grasp of the premise. You must provide power to this board, detective. You know, Dark Knight, on balance, I don't think you're going to figure this out. give up, not yet. It's far too much fun watching you try. This isn't just a test of intelligence, Dark Knight. It's a test of skill. Well done, Detective. Your true calling as a third-rate circus stuntman becomes clearer by the day. Congratulations, Dark Knight. You've earned the right to play the next part of the puzzle. Head over to the...
Oh, joy. Time to play the Will My Head Explode game again.
Ja, jag känner också det, stackarn. Vad ser det ut som så? Ser det ut att kolla högre för oss? Det ser ut så där och klockan är där. Det är 3 där, 3 på min vänster och så är det 3 på vänster. Där borta.
Thank goodness I'm recording it for posterity. Thank goodness.
Nu ska vi se, så ska då, för då ska jag ha 3 fria där.
I've always fantasized about your mistake killing you, Batman. But this does...
You better be right, Batman.
Då stämmer det. Eller inte. Det är ganska fel så. Det är inte bättre för. Kaboom. Vad fy fan du säger.
Head still attached? Great. Collar still attached? Not so great.
Congratulations! You've achieved the very minor victory of not being as stupid as you look. Not stupid as you look. Now, Catwoman, celebrate your survival by telling Batman all about the exciting orphanage development. Celebrate orphanage development.
No, you do it.
Now, Kitty. Kitty.
Why, Batman, there's a big, mysterious green door.
Yes, there is. Come back to the orphanage, Batman, and I'll let the pair of you through it. Well done, Dark Knight. You should, I hope, be beginning to comprehend the breadth of the tasks ahead of you, the sheer scale of the gauntlet I have thrown down. Or perhaps not. Perhaps you're feeling cocky. Perhaps these early victories have filled you with false hope. Well then, ride that wave of smug satisfaction all the way back to the orphanage. I'm waiting.
Orphanage.
Selena's still trapped in the orphanage. Nigma's got something in store for us both when I get there.
Oh God, what's he doing? What's he doing? He's tailing us. Keep driving. Oh man, it's him. Don't worry, he ain't catching.
Screw this! I'm gone!
Åh jävlar.
If you ask me, it could be any one of those whack jobs that Matt banged up in Arkham. I mean, who doesn't want Batman dead?
Control, the militia have deployed an explosive near the Botanical Gardens. All units stay clear. Over.
No way you're catching me going anywhere near.
What the f...
Welcome back to the Riddletorium. Do not fear. Your friend has not been harmed. Before I allow you to see her, however, riddle me this. Riddle me this. What kind of question can only be asked upon reflection? Good luck. Good luck. No, Dark Knight. You're way off the mark. The mark. Close, but it's not quite on the dot.
Nej, för vad fan är flickorna? Nej, jag vet inte. Varför han ska då?
Almost there, Batman. But you haven't quite made my mark.
Jag har rätt. Det är snabbt. Jag tog det. Som inte stämmer. Nej, det kan inte. Så.
Well, well, it seems you have earned the right to see your friend. Why, she'll be as surprised as I am that you've made it this far.
Oh, good. You're back. Eddie wouldn't show me whatever deranged parlor game he's got waiting behind that door until you arrived.
I'll get you out of here.
I'm sorry, do I seem testy? It's probably something to do with the gorgeous necklace Eddie picked out for me. Have you seen it? It explodes.
Oh, I do hope you two are getting along. Because you'll need to work together if you want to find the key hidden in here. Find the key.
Well, this looks creepy. Someone's been reading Feng Shui for serial killers. Oh, great. Extra trapped. As if the collar wasn't enough.
Oh, Batman, Catwoman, neither of you is getting out of there without the other's help.
Oh, look. It's more of Eddie's homemade friends.
Your mockery is pointless, Cat. I don't have any friends at all.
Den. Och den. Så är det den. Och den. Och så säkert den.
Well, there we go. It's settled. You're not quite as dumb as each other. Congratulations, Catwoman. Batman, you're lagging behind.
Då är det den. Den. Säkerligen den. Sen säkerligen den. Då vet jag.
Oh, Dark Knight. I can barely describe to you what a pleasure it is to see your brow furrow over the simplest of conundrums. I do apologize for not creating a riddle that you can merely pound into submission. Here, why don't you take out your primitive frustrations on my automated assistant?
Be my guest.
Every robot you defeat merely provides more data for me to analyze, Dark Knight. Prototypes, Dark Knight.
There's plenty here. Take your pick.
So try to mitigate that primal feeling of triumph upon defeating one. Well then, it seems you've earned another key.
This is going to take all night, isn't it? Well, that was fun. At least I got to hit something.
How are you holding up?
I'm fine. I don't need your concern. Just your help getting this thing off.
I wouldn't celebrate just yet, you two. Dark Knight, my next challenge can be found beneath Elliott Memorial Hospital. Conveniently located for when you pass out due to mental exhaustion.
Mental exhaustion.
Riddler's next trial's in Bristol. He's losing Alfred, and that makes him dangerous.
Perhaps the real challenge is tolerating his relentless self-aggrandizing commentary.
Must have been when I started looking out of your eyes, hmm? You're gonna ask her out or what? Oh, you're not still torn up about Talia al Ghul, are you? Come on, it's been months. Even the worms that ate her corpse have probably forgotten about it by now. You're really gonna turn down this fine opportunity for romance just because I blew your last girlfriend's lungs out? Take a tip from your wingman, Brucey.
I need to go back to the bridge to bring the Batmobile onto Miagani Island.
I got him! Elliott Memorial Hospital!
Fan hade de en där, ganska coolt.
Where the hell did he go? He was right there. Get him!
Well, you had enough yet, punk? Speak up, we can't hear you. You won't win.
Still think the Bat's coming to save the day, huh?
Yeah, I'd like to see him try. With all these guns, we'll fill him full of lead.
Guns don't stop him.
This me will. We got every angle covered. He ain't getting anywhere near this place or you. This is game
Alfred. I'm at the bridge.
One moment, sir. I should probably warn you, there's a significant militia presence ahead.
Duly noted.
I managed to access the files Miss Gordon was working on before her abduction. It would seem she found a weakness in the drones, sir. A direct hit from the Vulcan gun on their sensor array should destroy them with a single shot.
Sergeant, Mercy Bridge is being lowered. He's coming.
Bomber drones online and ready to engage.
Tandem charge warhead, designed to penetrate the toughest armor. I've got surprises too, Batman.
Mamba offline. Alpha target flanked. Alpha target hit. Going for the kill. Arkham Knight, come in. Defense is breached. He's moving onto Miyagani Island.
Not now, Sergeant.
Riddler's next trial's in Bristol. He's losing Alfred, and that makes him dangerous.
Perhaps the real challenge is tolerating his relentless self-aggrandizing commentary.
Batmobile spotted on Mercy Bridge. Engaging. Drone unit in Kingston is down.
Nowhere to hide.
I can take the loss. You can't. Batmobile spotted. Kingston. Direct hit on Rattler. Armor still holding. Rattler down.
This must be the entrance, but I need to secure the area first.
Confirmed hit. Confirmed strike on target. Kingston unit offline.
The preliminaries are done with, Dark Knight. I hope you understand that. Oh, had I so wished, you'd have failed before you had even begun to comprehend the very first hurdle. But no, no, no. I wanted you to know the full extent of my brilliance, you understand? To fully appreciate my superiority. But now, well, I'm not going easy on you anymore. Another racetrack detective, but please, do not let its unique peculiarities crush your spirit. Well, shall we begin? No, Dark Knight, you are not losing what little grip you had on reality. You've merely entered a brave new world of my design. ceiling applies 300 dead bats of pressure, Detective. I invented the measurement myself. Do you even know what a racing line is? No,
Vad är det du klarar mig?
right through solid objects. It's really basic physics.
Kände det.
I built this course in a sewer, Detective. You needed the home team advantage. Onward, Batman! Or does the Dark Knight require a pit stop?
Pit stop.
Very good, Dark Knight. Again!
Ibland tror man verkligen kan ta sig ur.
Careful now, Batman. You didn't go to all the trouble of painting that thing just the right shade of black in order to scuff it. Have you noticed, Batman? The walls of inevitability are closing in. That's it. I'm breaking it up. 500 dead bats of pressure. Oh, Dark Knight. That looked like it hurt. Did it? Feeling claustrophobic, Detective? Get ready for the final lap. What a fitting end for you, Detective. A stain on my floor. That's several tons of metal slamming down upon you, Dark Knight. You may wish to avoid it. It's time. 1,000 dead bats of pressure.
Den tog fan om hjärtat.
Come on, Detective. It's a linear course. Enough! Another lap would be the end of you, Dark Knight, and I can't quite bring myself to stop the fun so soon. Your next key awaits.
Säg inte att han stannar precis.
Oh, good. The fun part.
Good luck, Catwoman. Given Batman's limited intelligence,
So-
I'm afraid you're going to need it.
Den är mitten på högen.
And here we go.
Du kan säkra boom eller så lever du. Det beror på vilken du lever. Jag har rätt. I am a god.
Congratulations, Catwoman. You proved yourself able to follow simple directions. I must say, Dark Knight, that your desperate fumblings have exceeded my admittedly rather meager expectations. I am impressed. This must be how naturalists felt upon observing chimpanzees using tools for the first time. Did you know, Detective, that the cleverest chimps can even obey simple instructions? It's true. Let's try it, shall we? Go to Gotham Casino for your next test, and I'll give you a banana.
Riddler's trial's in Kingston. He's been toying with me so far, enjoying the sense of control. I doubt he'll be playing games much longer.
Heaven knows how his insanity has manifested itself this time.
This must be the entrance, but I need to secure the area first.
Target disappeared.
He's there. Find him.
Oh, Detective, I can't tell you how pleased I am that you're playing along with my little game. You literally cannot imagine what it's like to be so intellectually removed from the rest of the human race. I couldn't honestly say you offer me a battle of wits, Dark Knight, but your feeble resistance makes a pleasant change from the instant capitulation of everyone else. Oh dear, Dark Knight. What a pity you couldn't bring the Batwing to this one. Hurry along, Dark Knight. This isn't rocket science.
Ah, nu ser jag vad jag ska göra. Kom det bilen.
Stumped, Dark Knight? I can see your brain flying through the possibilities. Very good, Dark Knight. Since you insist on dressing like a flying rat, I thought I'd put those abilities to the test. The only mammal capable of flight. Since all you do is glide, you're actually a variety of squirrel. Contrary to popular belief, very few bats survive on blood. Most species subsist on insects, whereas you prefer to live off undeserved praise.
I can't leave Catwoman alone to choose the key. She'll die without my help.
More Cap.
Which cabinet, kitty cat?
Fan är den där ringen nu då? Den.
Okay.
Nej.
Time to possibly maybe die.
Jag råkade dra fel för jag skulle göra en volt. Idiot.
Wrong key, Catwoman. Wrong key. And I don't do second chances.
Nej, jag vet för jag råkade faila för hon skulle inte göra det som jag ville.
Flapping mammal you pointlessly pretend to be. The next
more cabinets. Great. I love this part.
Fan är den? Där är den. Då står han här. Visst så står han. Så. Ska du
ready to die, my dear?
Men va?
Oh, this is too tense to watch. Thank goodness I'm recording it for
jag säger att vi ska den närmast kanten. Den.
Okay.
Ja, den längst
time
ner.
to possibly maybe die.
Ja, den längst ner.
I'm sorry, that was the wrong answer. Please don't forget your head when you leave.
Om börjar där Honsta så står de från så här. Ja, men då står de rätt och står de höger till vänster. Till vänster. Ja, men då borde vänster den i mitt.
Good work, detective. Literally as capable as the digit flapping mammal you pointlessly pretend to be.
More cabinets. Great. I love this part.
Denna.
Okay. Time to possibly maybe die.
Ja, då har redan förlorat huvudet 2 gånger. Ja. For left.
Well, this is not how I wanted to spend my night.
Another key collected. I trust you're not giving her false hope, detective.
Oh, good. More fun.
Well, Dark Knight Detective, you have passed another test. I cannot help but admire the spirit with which you have thrown yourself into a task for which you are woefully under-equipped. I almost feel guilty when I contemplate what's coming, but not so guilty that I'm going to call it off. Head back to the orphanage, Detective. Another of my riddle rooms is waiting.
Going back to the orphanage. Celine is waiting.
I can only imagine what cruel game Mr. Nigma has in store for you and Ms. Kyle.
Who are these army guys? They're taking over buildings, blocking off roads like they own the place.
Jag kan så också.
Can you believe it? I was at Blackgate, the Asylum, Arkham City. Never.
How are you doing?
Can't fault the entertainment. Eddie just lectured me on the 14 innovations that let him pack this collar with his custom-designed plastic explosive.
You must be honored.
At being what? Your motivation? Come on, the next puzzle room's waiting.
Greetings to my costumed contestants. Your next challenge is simple. Guide an electric charge to its destination. I hope the varying amounts of pressure don't get to you.
Another one? What's Eddie's problem?
Fanatic narcissism, egocentrism, and megalomania.
Hon är
Crossed
för
with
lätt.
severe obsessive compulsion.
Thanks.
Don't mention it.
Fan, båda är för tunga.
Move over, would you?
The counterweights move further when I step on the pads.
You are getting older. Maybe it's time to add a few extra notches to the utility belt. Hey, don't shove.
Det är det mest tråkiga jag har gjort. Tada! Pratar mest lite.
Congratulations to the dementedly dressed duo. Your key awaits. Oh, but what's this? An electrified floor?
You do it. You still owe me for Arkham City.
Goodness, you figured it out already. Well, you better grab that key and be on your way. Meet the second generation of my android allies. I've built a variant specifically tailored to each of your dubious abilities.
Leave the blue ones to me.
There's more where that came from, Batman. I built a highly efficient production line.
Leave those ones to me.
All the danger of battle combined with all the fun of riddle solving. You can thank me after. Thank you. You know what, Detective? I'm glad you solved this riddle. Because it takes you one step closer to the riddle that kills you.
Riddle that kills you.
Eddie really hates you, doesn't he?
He's an ego-driven narcissist who can't let anyone else win.
Gee, if only you'd met under different circumstances.
His obsession's getting worse. He's going after my allies.
Ally? After this, I think we should dial it back to known associate for a while.
This was nothing, Dark Knight. Nothing. A new trial awaits you, Detective, by Divinity Church, and I'm waiting too.
Great news, Bats. I was just hanging out in hell, you know, because you killed me and sent me there, and you'll never guess who I saw. That's right, your dead girlfriend, Talia al Ghul. Don't worry, I asked, and she's totally cool with Cat Lady having a go on the old...
I'm headed to Divinity Church. Riddler won't give up, Alfred. His pride won't let him.
You'll break his spirit, sir. I'm very confident.
Jag känner det. Det som retar upp mig lite mer att jag kan inte skada dig. Nej, jag orkar inte. Det är